All right, we're live.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome, families, to our kindergarten and transitional kindergarten enrollment information town hall. We had some technical difficulties with our live link, so many apologies for our delay. Some of our attendees are actually in the other link, and so we're just waiting for them to transfer into our new link. So if you can just bear with us about 2 more minutes, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, many apologies. We had some technical difficulties with our live link. We are going to get started in about 2 minutes, okay? Just hang tight. We're so thankful and grateful that you're here with us. Just hang tight for 2 more minutes. So again, if you have joined us, we just want to say thank you so much. We are so grateful that you are here with us. Welcome to the families to our kindergarten and transitional kindergarten enrollment information town hall. Again, we really apologize because we had some technical difficulties with our live link. We can see that some people are staggering in. In the old link, we have some people that are still waiting, and so we've updated the link on our website. We did put the new link on that chat. So if you have some friends that are in the other link, if you can please let them know that this new link is the one that they should be joining. Again, many apologies for that. We are just waiting maybe 1 more minute, and then we're going to go ahead and start it. Remember, this presentation is going to be recorded, and then it's going to be later available for viewing, hopefully by tomorrow. So 1 more minute, and we will go ahead and get started. Hi, and welcome families to our kindergarten and transitional kindergarten enrollment information town hall. We had some technical difficulties with our live link, and so many apologies for our delay, but we will get started right now. This session will be recorded and posted on our website for your viewing. We will be publishing a frequently asked questions after this informational session. So if you have questions while we are in the session, please use a button on your screen that reads Q&A, and the questions will go through to our staff members. So we will try to get to all of your questions. However, if we are not able to answer your question through our Q&A, like I said before, we will be publishing a frequently asked questions document based on the questions posted today. My name is Paula Madrigal Patel, Dr. Patel, and I am the Director for Early Childhood Education. And so the topics that we are going to be covering today are going to be about age eligibility, enrollment documents needed and process for kindergarten and transitional kindergarten, enrollment documents, dual immersion programs, multilingual learner supports, expanded learning program. We're also going to be reviewing pupil services and special education programs. We're going to be reviewing the importance of attendance. We're also going to be reviewing the importance of parent engagement and what are some opportunities for parent engagement. We're going to talk about our fabulous TK Expo. If you haven't heard about it, we hope to see you there, and our preschool expo. We will be covering a lot of information, so please remember that this information provided today is related to our general programs and enrollment process. Our TK Expo and PK Expo, which we will provide in greater detail towards the end of today's session, we'll be providing information about classroom environment and how to prepare your young learner for school and other topics related to TK and PK. But like I said, that's going to be reviewed later today. Before we continue, I want to turn it over to our Assistant Superintendent of HR, Mr. Jason Romero, to welcome you to our district.
Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you inviting me to be part of this wonderful experience. I do want to apologize and let people know that my regular glasses with me. I got called out of a meeting at our county office, and my computer wasn't working. So I apologize for being in sunglasses. But just want to welcome everybody to CVSD, whether you're a returning parent or a new parent to our district. We couldn't be more excited for you to be part of the CVSD family. One of the things that you're going to hear later on in our presentation about how parent involvement is the #1 indicator to student success, right? The more involved our parents are with our school communities, the better opportunities your students have, the more involved they see that you are in their education, and the better outcomes we can predict. So without further ado, I want to turn it back over to Paula. But just welcome everyone. We're super excited for you to be part of CVSD. We do have a little motto that we like to use where we say that hashtag CVSD is the best place to be. It's not just something that we try to promote for marketing, but we try to promote because it's truly the meaningful work that we continue to do day in and day out. So welcome everyone. It's super exciting for you to be part of the new CVSD family. And for those of you returning, you know how wonderful we are. So thank you, Dr. Patel.
Thank you, Jason and Mr. Romero, for letting us know. Yes, CVSD is the best place to be. And like we were mentioning, we will have an amazing group of professionals that we will be presenting today on various topics today. The first topic that we're going to talk about today is we are a high achieving district, and CVSD, like Mr. Romero was talking about, is the best place to be, is proud to offer school choice, language programs, visual and performing arts, GATE, parent implementation program, preschool programs, special education services, expanded learning, and many, many more. We are proud of our award-winning programs from preschool through 6th grade. So if you've just joined us, just a few reminders. This session is being recorded and will be posted on our website for your viewing. We will be publishing a frequently asked questions and document based on the questions that we gathered today. The document will be published on our website at cvesd.org. And if you have a question throughout the presentation, we have a team that will be trying to get to your question. So please click on the Q&A button on your screen. And if we're unable to get to your question, just remember that we are publishing that frequently asked document for your viewing. So I just want to review the first topic today. So today's session, we will start with the age eligibility, as these are often the questions that we obtain from parents. So for TK to be eligible for transitional kindergarten, for your child must turn 4 on or before September 1st, which means that they must have a birthday between September 2nd, 2020 through September 1st, 2021. Now, in order to be eligible for kinder, your child must turn 5 on or before September 1st, 2025, which means that they must have a birthday between September 2nd, 2019 through September 1st, 2020. Our first day of school is Wednesday, July 24th, and just expect a minimum days for the first 8 days of school for all of our kinders and all of our transitional kindergarten levels. In order for you to take a look at more specific details, just make sure that you look at our school website for any specific information in regards to bell schedule. And you can find all of that information in our website at cvesd.org. Enrollment for the new school year does start on February 12th at 9 a.m. So please note that the link for enrollment for the new school year for 25-26 will actually be activated until February 12th at 9 a.m. Remember, our enrollment process is all completed online, and thus all documents will be uploaded into our online enrollment system. If you have a student enrolled with us, then you should already have an account created. And if this is your first time, we'll just need to create a new account. So the next question that we often get is, what documents are needed and how do I find my school of residence? So we will be going through the required documents for all enrollment process. However, here's a summary of the documents that are needed. You will be needing your child's birth certificate, immunization records, your own parent photo identification, and a residency document. Just please note that this document must be a document that is dated within 60 days of the enrollment, and only one document is required. Now, for enrollment for preschool, we are highly rated preschool programs. We have 5 out of 5 ratings and are licensed by California State Preschool Programs. If you are enrolling your child in preschool, visit our cvesd.org website and click on Enroll Now, and then you go to the 25-26 preschool enrollment. Please note that the enrollment date is a little different than our TK and kinder enrollment date. Our preschool program is a state preschool program. It is free. That's right. It is free, high quality, part-day preschool, and it does have income requirements. However, please know that some of our state preschools are participants of the neighborhood school sites, and thus, if you are a resident of the neighborhood school site preschool, you would qualify for a state preschool regardless of income. So please call our office for more information, and in order to be eligible, your child must turn 3 years old at any time. At any time they turn 3, they're eligible for preschool. So if you are enrolling your child for TK, transitional kindergarten, so please visit cvesd.org, enroll now. Again, enrollment opens February 12th at 9 a.m. Our TK enrollment is processed through the School of Residence. So all of our school sites offer a TK program as of next year for 25-26, and our TK is a full day program. We do follow the state mandated age eligibility requirements and our board policy, and we do not have early admission to kinder or TK. So remember that your child must be 4 years old on or before September 1st, 2025 in order to be able to enroll to our TK program. And if you are enrolling your child for kinder, they've never attended our CVESD schools, then please visit our website and register them at CVESD, enroll now. And remember, the link will be opening starting on February 12th at 9 a.m. Now, if your child already attends one of our fabulous programs here at CVESD for TK at a school that is not your school of residence, you will need to register online for kinder and select your school of residence. If your child is in TK right now and they are attending a school of residence, you don't need to do another enrollment, as enrollment for kinder will be automatic for them, okay? Kinder is a full day program, and we do follow the state mandated age eligibility requirements and our board policy. We do not have early admission to Kinder or TK again. And remember, your child must be 5 years old on or before September 1st, 2025 to be able to enroll in our TK program. Okay, we did hear age eligibility and enrollment process. Now I'm going to turn it over to our fabulous Ms. Karina Mitchell for our student placement manager.
Good afternoon, everybody. I see a lot of questions regarding zone transfers, and I have been actively responding to many of you. So I will continue responding after my presentation slides. So what I can start with sharing with you is the first step on getting your student ready for enrollment. The first thing you want to do, I highly recommend, is that you have your appointments set up with your pediatricians and primary care physicians, because we need to get your student immunized to attend a public school. So our department really supports families with enrollment and zone transfers. So I'm very happy to be here. So to plan for your child's enrollment, please set up your appointment with your pediatricians to ensure that they have the immunizations up to date and that they meet the state guidelines to start public school. There are several resources listed here which are accessible to all families. Again, these slides will be available to everybody starting tomorrow on our district website. If you'd like to take a screenshot of this, please be my guest. Next slide, please. For kinder immunizations, so the minimum requirements is 5 Tdap, 4 polio, 3 Hep B, 2 MMR, and 2 varicella. These acronyms can be a little challenging to read on the immunization cards or the letters that you get. So just, if you can, send an email to the pediatrician to see if they are up to date. Just a note that children 4 years of age should have these minimum requirements already. Next slide, please. For TK, because the state has expanded the date of birth range for TK enrollment, there is a little bit more flexibility. If you can see here, students born between September 2nd, 2020 to February 12th, 2021, those students or those children should have full immunizations for the requirements. Students born between February 13th, 2021 to July 22nd, 2021, those registrations or those enrollments will be processed by the office staff, but they will be conditional to the parents providing an updated immunization record before July 23rd. Okay, so full immunizations will be required before the start of the school year on July 23rd, 2025. Okay, so just reiterate, we will process all registrations and they will be conditional to the parents providing a complete student immunization record before the year begins. Otherwise, students will not be placed in a roster. For students, for students born July 23rd, 2021 to September 1st, 2021, these students will not be 4 when the school year begins. So the school nurse and the school secretary will work with the families to enroll the students, place them in a roster. However, these students will have to be immunized fully during the school year, and then those parents are required to submit immunizations to the school site upon the birthday of the child at 4 years of age. Next slide, please. Another component of the online enrollment is the residency verification. So any document that is provided for proof of residency must be dated 60 days from the registration date. And it has to have the parent's full name and address. And we have here listed some of the items that we require for enrollment. And just, I want to remind everybody that to please download your statements verification of residency documents like pay stubs, because PDF is really what we require. Screenshots are not acceptable. So if you are wanting to provide proof of residency from a utility bill, log on to your account and download the PDF. The same for pay stubs, mortgage statements. Please download the PDF and then upload it to the registration platform. And I just want to remind everybody too that the verification of residency process is a two-step process. So please ensure that you read the form carefully for details, because any incomplete registrations will cause a delay in processing the enrollment. And for students that are enrolling for impacted schools, which will have the random enrollment process, it will cause a delay. Okay, next slide, please. Zone transfers. This is so exciting. So the first thing you want to do is you want to register at your school of residence and make sure that all the documents are submitted, that the immunizations are up to date. And then once you hit submit, you will get an email saying that you've submitted your registration. That is just a notification for you to be aware that the registration has been submitted. Once that is done, then the school site of residence will process the registration. So it's not an instant registration process, because the school staff will have to review the documents for that they meet the requirements, that the immunizations are up to date, that we have all the documents required. Once that has been processed, then the school site staff will send the parents an email link for the zone transfer form. And then once that zone transfer has been sent to you, you may complete it and then submit that again. And then it will take a few days or weeks to get a notification on the decision for the zone transfers. And just as a reminder that zone transfers may not be approved to schools that have impacted enrollment. Next slide, please. For interdistrict processes, so the interdistrict transfer process is a county process. So the San Diego County Office of Education developed this process for families to be able to attend other school districts. Therefore, interdistrict decisions for the new school year may take up to 30 days after the school year begins. Therefore, we encourage all parents to enroll your students at your district of residence before submitting an interdistrict to Chula Vista. And we encourage you also to contact your district of residence for the timelines, as not all districts have the same timeline. Once your interdistrict has been approved by the district of residence, please bring it to the student department, student placement office, located at 84 East J Street. Our suite number is 200. We're open 7:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, starting March 3rd, 2025. We will start accepting interdistricts on March 3rd. And then each interdistrict will have 2 school of choices that you may apply. Just as a reminder that the interdistrict application is a permit to enter the district. So we will place in school sites that have space available. Next slide, please. Parents will also be notified via email of the decision. And I want to just kind of cover a little bit about the requirements that are needed to submit an interdistrict with the Chula Vista Elementary School District. If your child is coming from another school district and they've attended the previous district, we will need a 1 year of attendance record. If applicable, the IEP should be attached to it, your proof of residence for the previous district, and any discipline records, if applicable, of course. After the interdistrict has been processed and approved, you may enroll the student through our district website, and all the details will be provided to you in the email with the approval. New interdistrict transfers may not be approved to Eastern schools due to impacted neighborhood enrollment. Next slide, please. And speaking of impacted enrollment, California Education Code 47605.8, known as the Neighborhood School Act, requires that if a school or a program is designated as being impacted due to high demand or for enrollment, it must implement a random selection process for student admission when there are more registrations than spaces available. Therefore, the district has developed this process, and registration starting February 12th through April 30th will be considered as part of the random enrollment process. New student enrollment submitted after April 30th may result in placement at school sites outside of the designated attendance area. Next slide, please. Here is a list of the impacted program enrollments for TK. Please note that this list may be subject to change as we start the enrollment process February 12th. We will now hear from Ms. Lonnie Perez, Executive Director of Language Development. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, parents. My name is Lonnie Perez, and our department oversees dual language immersion programs, programs for English learners, and our DAC/DLAC parent engagement. And so we're very excited to share that we have a very robust dual language immersion program in our school district, including charters. We have many dual immersion programs with the goal of bilingualism, biliteracy, high academic achievement, and cross-cultural competence. And there are many benefits to dual immersion. We believe in multilingualism, and we believe in the cognitive benefits, the economic benefits, and even the social benefits when students know more than one language. So in our district, because we are very diverse and we're a very large district, some of our schools offer 50-50 programs and some offer 90-10 programs. In a 50-50 program, starting in TK or kindergarten, students receive instruction 50% of their day in English and 50% of their day in Spanish. And sometimes that can be done with the same teacher, or they may have two teachers, an English teacher and a Spanish teacher. In the 90-10 program, the TK, kinder, and first grade classrooms start with 90% immersion in Spanish and only 10% in English. And then when students are in second grade, it becomes 80% Spanish, 20% English. In third grade, it's 70% Spanish, 30% English, and the percentage keeps adjusting until 5th and 6th grade when it eventually becomes a 50-50 program. Both programs are very successful, and it would be up to you and your family with what you feel is the best program for your child. So how you register is you register for school at your school of residence. And if your school of residence does not offer a dual immersion program, then please request a zone transfer. Now, the best time to register is now. So TK and kinder is right where you want to be. And do know that it's a long-term commitment. So for the rest of their elementary career, we want you to stay committed to the program to see the benefits. And something very important is that students and families, you do not need to speak Spanish to enroll and participate. The whole goal of the program is for students to learn Spanish in our program, and also this program is for Spanish-speaking English learners. While our bilingual Spanish-speaking students are utilizing their strength in Spanish, they can learn English, and they also are able to share and be role models for their peers. Next slide, please. So here are some scenarios that you may be asking yourself, because we don't have dual immersion in every single school, and we don't have TK dual immersion in every single school. And so here are some scenarios you might find yourself in. In fact, there was a question about this in the chat, and so I'm glad somebody asked, because This will kind of help explain what you can do or what the situation is for every scenario. There are 2 slides with different scenarios. So on this slide, I'm going to explain a few scenarios if you are at your home school. So the pink box is TK dual immersion homeschool to kindergarten homeschool. So an example would be Clearview TK DLI, and you want to go to Clearview Kindergarten DLI. And your question might be, will my child be able to stay in DLI for kindergarten if you're staying at the same home school? And the answer is yes. Your student, all students just roll over and there's automatic acceptance to the kindergarten DLI program if it is your home school and there is both TK and K at that school. That one is the easiest scenario. The green box, what if it's TK English only homeschool to kindergarten DLI homeschool? For example, there may be a TK English situation at your school, and then because there is no DLI, and then there is kindergarten DLI. So how would that work? So for example, my child was not in DLI for TK, but we would like DLI for kindergarten. How do we do that? So it's your same home school, the students roll over, but as a family, you must express interest in kindergarten DLI and follow the DLI placement procedures. So you would tell the office staff, my child is in TK in this school right now. It's our home school, but we're the English program. How do I go into the kindergarten DLI program? Same school, homeschool. You don't need to re-register, but you need to express your interest. Okay, next slide. So now we have some scenarios if you are on a zone transfer. So for example, TK DLI zone transfer to kindergarten DLI homeschool. So for example, your question might be, my child was in TK DLI on a zone transfer, but I want my child to continue DLI in kindergarten at our home school. So what do we do? So in this case, you must re-enroll. And the priority is given for DLI placement as long as the family registers on time. We want to maintain our students in the same program. So if you were in TK DLI, we want you to continue in kindergarten DLI, even if it's a zone transfer, even if you're going back to your home school. But we need you to register on time so that we can get you in there, because it is a very popular program, high demand, and sometimes there's limited space. And then the final scenario would be TK DLI zone transfer to kindergarten DLI zone transfer. So an example would be, I want to continue in DLI on a zone transfer at this school or any other school because my homeschool doesn't offer it. So what do I do? So you must re-enroll. And then what we do as a district is we follow board policy on zone transfers and the school's DLI enrollment protocol. So it's still important to do this in a timely manner, but do know that we do follow that board policy. So for example, siblings are always a priority that are in the program, and students where that is already their school of residence. So those are different scenarios. I know that was a lot, but please, inquire here at the district or at the school. So besides dual language immersion, our department oversees programs for multilingual English learners. So these are students who have a different home language at home other than English, and maybe your child is bilingual or learning both English and Spanish already in the home, or any other language. So what we want you to remember, again, CVSD values multilingualism, and we celebrate that diversity and culture in languages in all of our schools. Some of the top home languages in our schools include Spanish, Japanese, Korean, Tagalog, Mandarin, and Farsi. And so we're very, very diverse, and we're so happy that our students come with these amazing assets. So our multilingual English learners are identified through the home language survey. So when you register, there are questions that ask, what is the language your child first learned to speak at home? And if there is a second language that they learn to speak at home, what would it be? And then it goes on and asks you other questions. Remember, the purpose of this home language survey is to identify students who are English learners. The home language survey is not a survey to identify students who would be candidates for dual immersion or any other program. So do know that if you do put another language in in this spot that your child may have to take the LPAC assessment, which I'm going to describe right now. So for our multilingual English learners, they receive English language development, or ELD, daily within their own classroom. It's just a dedicated amount of time where the teacher works with our students to make sure they are receiving that language instruction so that they can develop in proficiency in English in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now, English learners take the LPAC assessment initially when they first enroll, and then annually to measure their progress. And English learners are able to reclassify to fluent English proficient when they meet all of the criteria. And parents of multilingual English learners, we encourage you to participate at your school site in ELAC meetings. So when you hear an advertisement for an ELAC meeting, English Learner Advisory Committee, and your child is a student who does have another home language at home, please attend those meetings and see how you can become involved in the school, learn about the instruction your child receives, how to help your child with their development in language, and just to connect with other families. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Director of Expanded Learning Programs, Omar Calleros. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lonnie. And good evening to all our future students and parents. Thank you for joining us. I am very excited to share with you our expanded learning programs opportunities that we offer. As mentioned, my name is Omar Calleros. I'm the director of LEAD, which stands for Learn, Enrich, Aspire, and Develop. And through our program, we are very happy to offer a diverse array of activities for your children. Now, expanded learning means before school, after school, and during the intersessions as well. So we offer activities during the intersession time, specifically during the fall break, spring break, and summer break for you. Now, if you're attending this prompt for the first time, you probably have not heard of Dash and Stretch, but if you had students in our district before and you've attended programs called Dash and Stretch, the update is we are no longer calling it Dash and Stretch. It's all under LEAD now. So that is the program name that we have restructured now. We do contract the YMCA to offer the LEAD Hub activities, and we've continued partnering with them over the years. So you can rest assured that we still continue to partner with them to offer care for your kids. We offer activities that focus on academics, enrichment, social emotional activities across our district. Each school site is very unique in the activities they offer. So depending on the school site that you offer, you will have an opportunity to enroll your child into the different types of activities. Each school site, as mentioned, is very unique. Some might have morning activities, some might not. It all depends on the availability of staff and also of funding. So each school site, to help you navigate through the various activities and enrollment process, we do have a person that is titled the site lead person at each school site, and they oversee the implementation, the administration of the program. So if you have to reach out to someone, you have any questions specifically at the school site you will be attending, please connect with your site lead. Our TK staff ratios are 1 adult for every 10 kids. So as you can imagine, this limits the availability for registration as well. So if you have the opportunity to register, please do so as soon as you can. So some of you might be asking, how do I register? To make it very easy for everyone, we have a landing page on our website, on our district website. It's under the parent portal, and you'll see before and after school programs. On there, you'll click on your school site, and then you go directly to the registration portal as well. So you'll be able to register for the various activities on that site as well. All you need to do is to create a profile for yourself and your child. We offer what's called Junior Academy. And as mentioned, this is offered during the intersession programs. This is mainly for kindergarten. So once your child reaches that age, you'll be able to participate in the intersession activities. These activities are free for everyone to participate. We are funded by ACES, which stands for After School Education and Safety, and ELOP, which stands for Expanded Learning Opportunity Programs. They do have specific guidelines that we have to adhere to. So it's not a first come, first serve. We have to follow these funding guidelines in order to ensure that we are staying within the means of what's required. Let's go to the next slide, please. So under our LEAD umbrella, we offer these 4 different components. If we go back, there we go. You heard me mention Hub. So we have LEAD Hub, which is the traditional program of before and after school care, homework assistance, and we provide everybody a snack. This is also the program that was known as Stretch and Dash. We offer this all year long, so 180 calendar days or school days, and we contract the YMCA to assist us with this. In addition to this, we offer clubs, and these are the various activities, and every quarter, your child can decide to switch different activities. So you can enroll your child into sports, if that's being offered at your school site, different arts or music, and your child has the opportunity to try all these different activities based on what interest they may have, and also what's available. So you do have the opportunity to try all these activities on a quarterly basis. These are offered before and after school for your convenience. LEAD Academy, as you heard me mention, that is an intersession program. We offer it during the fall, spring, and summer break as well. And these activities, again, they are free to all those that are able to qualify. And then we started what's called LEAD Sports, which is very exciting. We're looking to develop and create a nurturing learning environment for all children so that they can experiment with different sports and then they can find their niche and see what they like. We also offer very healthy competitive sports across our district as well. So we're fostering the development and growth and interest in sports, and at the same time, as they get older and maintain in our school district, they'll have the opportunity to participate in very quality, healthy activities in sports. That's basically it, what we offer with LEAD. We look forward to seeing your children. And if you have any questions specifically to your school site, you can contact your site lead. If you have any questions that have not been answered, please feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is also on the website. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you in the before, after school, and during the day as well. I would now like to pass it off to Rosemary Tagnesi.
Hi, good evening. Yes, I'm Rose Tagnesi, Director of Special Ed, and just wanted to welcome you all. This has got to be just an exciting time. So for students, right, that qualify for a disability, just so you know, Chula Vista offers a full range of services, and those services are tailored to meet those unique needs of each of the individual students. Together, we come together as an IEP team, and that's called an individualized education plan. And those services and supports based on data, based on all of us coming together, are really individualized. And so with that, it's really hard to give a big overview of what special ed is, because it is really tailored to meet the unique needs of a student that has been identified with a disability. So if you have questions, want to know about the referral process, please contact the Pupil Services Department at extension 181-700. And again, we look forward to working together with you as we make this change. It's so exciting. And I would like to now introduce the Director of Attendance and Wellness, Heather Cruz.
Thank you so much, Rose. I'm so excited to be here to welcome all of you to the Chula Vista Elementary School District. So I know it's an extremely exciting time for you. It's a new beginning for your child and possibly for your family. So I just want to share a little bit about the importance of attendance. We know that you want the best for your child. And so I'm here to share a little bit of data about what can help you to ensure that your child gets the best out of their education. So California compulsory education law requires everyone between the ages of 6 and 18 years of age to enroll and attend school on a regular basis. So no matter the circumstances that arise, your student is required by law to regularly attend school. And not just because we say it, but there is very good reason for it. Data shows the strong correlation between attendance in the early grades. Yes, kindergarten, transitional kinder. The correlation is there with the ability to read at grade level by the end of 3rd grade. So I know sometimes there have been parents that say, well, it's just kinder, they're just learning their ABCs, 1, 2, 3. That is not what data shows. It shows that there is a significant correlation. So this data shows that 64% of students with good attendance in kinder and 1st grade were able to read at grade level by the end of 3rd grade, compared to only 17% of students that were chronically absent in kinder and 1st grade. That means that students are nearly 4 times as likely to read at grade level with good attendance. And when we're talking about attendance, you might hear us talk a little bit about chronic absenteeism or truancy. Since we know that all absences impact a student, students are considered chronically absent when they've missed 10% or more of the days they've been enrolled. This includes not only the unexcused absences, but also those excused absences. So any absences count towards chronic absenteeism. We have a saying here that 2 is too many, which means that missing even just 2 days per month will result in your student being considered chronically absent. And the data continues into middle and high school, with attendance being the #1 indicator of whether or not a student will graduate from high school. And when do students start to develop those good attendance habits and behavior? Yep, you know it. It's as early as preschool, TK, and kindergarten. So we encourage you to make daily attendance a habit. Now, having said that, we understand that certain circumstances almost certainly will come up during your child's school career, and our schools are here to support during those times. Next slide, please. So what should we do when our children are sick or they need to miss school? The most important thing that I want you to remember is that it's important to stay in communication with the school regarding your child's absence. Any day that they are not able to attend needs to be reported to the school site. We utilize the California Department of Public Health guidelines on when it is safe to have your child attend and when your child should stay home. This flyer provides helpful information to help you determine whether or not your child should attend school based on their specific symptoms. But as a general rule, if they're for the most part able to participate in everyday school activities, then they should be in school, even if they are experiencing mild symptoms like a cough or a little bit of a sore throat or a little runny nose. But if you're unsure, you can always bring your student into the office to be evaluated by the school nurse or the health clerk, okay? But once again, be sure to stay in communication with the school regarding each day your child is absent. Our schools are here for you. We are willing to work with you to remove any barriers that may make it difficult to get your child to school every day. But we can't help and support if we don't know what's going on. So that's why I'm really emphasizing communicating with your school each time your child needs to be absent. Next slide. So as the student's guardian or caregiver, what can you do to help your students start their educational journey on the right foot? Well, here are a few tips for success. First, create a homework center for your child in an area of your home where there's no TV on, no other distractions. You want them to be able to focus. And another tip is that they don't need to come home and do homework right away. Consider what works best for your child. They have just been in school for several hours. They may need a break from sitting down and doing schoolwork. So they may need some time to play and then come back, but having that set space for them is a tip for success. Additionally, choose a consistent time every day when your child will read with you and work on homework. This should be a predictable part of your child's daily after-school routine. There are also very many studies that show the importance of reading with your child on a daily basis. Additionally, turn off access to electronics at least 1 hour prior to bedtime. It's not, turn it off and now go to sleep. That's not how our brains work. So make sure that they do not have access to electronics at least 1 hour before bedtime. And make sure that you're establishing that new routine. And that might look different for different families, but some people like to have their clothes set out the night before. They like to have their backpack ready by the door with everything that needs to be in it. So whatever that routine is for you, make sure that you establish that routine. Children thrive off of routine. Also, school is exciting. So begin with a positive attitude and continue with a positive attitude. There may be times throughout your your child's educational career that you may disagree with something that's going on at the school, and we want you to come and work with the school to address that concern. But our attitude with our children should remain positive. That is in their best interest. And like I've said many, many times, just in these few minutes that I've been with you, communication is key. So be sure to communicate any absences with the school, specifically with the attendance health specialist. All right. I'm so excited for you guys and this exciting time in your family's lives. So we are here for you, whatever you need. And so I'm going to pass it on to our parent engagement coordinator, Veronica Casanova.
Hi, good evening, parents. My name is Veronica Casanova, and I am the proud coordinator of parent and family engagement for our school district. Welcome to CVSD. I wanted to talk to you about, so we've heard about a lot how kids are going to have access to all these wonderful programs and how we're here to support. Another way we're supporting families is cultivating and increasing our engagement with you as our educational partners. Our goal is to foster a sense of that shared responsibility, as Mr. Romero shared earlier today when we were together, that really family involvement is a great predictor of those educational outcomes and that academic success. And it all starts right when they're initially enrolling in school. So we wanted to share the high quality learning experience that we have planned for you throughout this year. Next slide, please. So one of the ways that we're connecting with parents and ensuring that we're leveraging you as partners, as educational partners with our district, is we've launched the CVSD University. So those are learning opportunities that we have with the families where you can come to the district office and learn from our department experts on these topics. I know that if you are a new parent, whether you're a returning parent, there's always going to be those questions or how can I best support my child? So these are the topics that you see here. So February 18th, we have topics like Ask Away, which is where we're gonna give parents tips and information on how to best prepare for the parent-teacher conference. We have Conversations That Count, where we talk about safety. We have outside agencies that come in and present, for example, on neurodiversity, the developing brain, and also on how to support your child during those long breaks, like avoiding the summer slide, which means that we just want our kids to still be learning, and what can parents do? So we do have resources available. And like I said, we work with the departments within our district to bring you those opportunities. And it's very exciting. CVSD University, the design behind it is also offering the opportunity for parents to network with one another. And we've just had such a successful and collaboration with our parents. And we're so excited for you to partake in those opportunities as well. Next slide, please. And one of the ways that you can start is by staying connected with CVESD. You can take a picture of this, take a screenshot, but this is also being recorded so you can reference back. You can follow us on our platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn media channels. You can tag us with #CVESD, and then also our website. So make sure that you bookmark your school and our CVESD website. We also have the parent tab where you can go in there and see what's coming up as far as learning opportunities or engagement opportunities for parents. Again, my name is Veronica. My email is also available. Please reach out. And I am so excited to greet you, welcome you to our district, and to also meet you. We will have plenty of opportunities where we can talk and we can collaborate. And again, we're here to support you and we're here for you in any way that we can help. So now I'm going to turn it to Dr. Patel.
Hi, everyone. So we have reviewed a lot of information today. So we're really happy that you're still with us. And we would love to provide you with even more information, specifically about what actually happens in our TK and preschool classrooms and what our student goals are and how do we prepare our kids for school. And we actually do have a potty party for tips and tools about potty training. So for those upcoming events, we actually have our 2 expos. We have one that is our preschool expo, and this will occur on March 18th. We have 2 sessions for that. These are in-person sessions. We have a morning session and an afternoon session. Childcare will be provided for children 3 and up. Exciting prizes as well. We have food, prizes. Our community partners are going to be part of the event. And again, this is for preschool enrollment 25-26, and enrollment will open on March 19th for preschool, where children are eligible for part day preschool starting when they turn 3. So please join us for this engaging and fun workshop that we will have. Now we also have a TK Expo, and this will occur on May 29th. And at the TK Expo, we will also discuss information about specifically what happens inside of a TK classroom. What are the student TK goals within TK and how to prepare your children for school and for that TK classroom. We will also have a potty party, and we'll have tips and tools about potty training. Both of our expos are in-person events. Our TK Expo was so popular last year that we are actually offering 3 sessions this year. So don't miss out. It'll be great, fun, and engaging. Thank you so much. If you have joined us, we are excited to welcome you and your family to our CVESD family. That's going to be now you, where CVESD is the best place to be. So remember to join us at our upcoming in-person events at the Preschool Expo on March 18th, here at the district office, and our TK Expo on May 29th to learn more about our early ed programs. Here's just some contact information for the various departments that we had today. Reminder that enrollment opens up February 12th at 9 a.m. Be ready with all the required documents upon enrollment. And again, to join us at our Preschool Expo and our TK Expo. This presentation and the recording will be posted on our website, and we are creating an FAQ, a frequently asked questions, from this meeting and posted on our website. Again, thank you all for joining us. Please feel free to contact us for any additional questions. Have a great night. Thank you so much.